going to be a valuable force added to that lineup.
Eligible second semester, so he'll be ready for conference play. How about a comparison of two terrific coaches in Ben Howland and John Beilein, and how many times they have met at Pittsburgh. Ben Howland knocked off John Beilein's Mountaineers a couple of times, but then Beilein's Mountaineers beat Howland's Bruins a couple of times. And last year, UCLA in Ann Arbor, trailing early in the second half, then roar away at the finish line and won.
Hey, we got a Michigan Wolverine working for us, Jalen Rose.
That's right.
In the NBA. Part of that Fab Five, unfortunately, had all that dilemma there with the Chris Webber mess, but they certainly changed a lot of the game when they arrived, those kids.
Offensive foul, Zach Novak. You can see the shooting numbers very good for Michigan here in the second half, and UCLA still unable to unlock the key to that 1-3-1 defense. They can't get nice looks.
You know, really, I'm a mathematical guy. I used to teach some math. It tells me it was 29-19 that Michigan is now taking the driver's seat and has outscored them 21-7. That's a 3-to-1 ratio. Wow.
17-7 here in the second half. Skip pass to Collison. Three-pointer. Good.
That's what an All-American does. Club is struggling. You rotate. You get the ball in his hands, and you say, big fella, prove you're an All-American now. We need a big basket.
And away from the ball, we've got a call going against UCLA. Maybe a hold on Collison is third.
You know, Dan, so many times you and I have seen games where the superstar runs away from the ball. This kid was calling for the ball. He said, please get it to me. And he could stroke the three. He was a high percentage three-point shooter last year.
Over 50% on the season. A guy who said if he had thought about the NBA, if he had put his name in, he wasn't coming back. Did not even put his name in. Love went. Westbrook went. Mbah Moute went. Monterreal graduated. So they have lost a lot from last year, but they've got one of the best point guards in the country running the show.
Well, he made a smart decision because he had a very poor game against Rose in the semifinals when Memphis dominated him.
Wow, what a turn of events that was. Ship had a steal and a layup, but instead it's going to be a block on Aboya underneath.
They got a block on Aboya right here, rotating over. I thought he's out of control for a charge. I thought he's flying in the air.
So a big turnaround, potentially a 4 or 5 point turnaround, because Ship had an easy 2 at the other end.
Very quiet crowd, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're at the Mecca, Madison Square Garden. It's very quiet here tonight.
Michigan by 1 midway through the second half. Duke beat Southern Illinois 83-58 in the first semifinal.
Isn't it great, though, seeing some matchups instead of all those cupcakes and all those bargain basement goodies? At least you see the name Michigan UCLA. It brings back tradition and memories, and you think about some of the greats that have worn those uniforms.
And tomorrow night, we'll see Southern Illinois taking on whichever team loses in this game. In the third place game beginning at 5 o'clock Eastern. The championship game will be Duke against the winner of this game beginning at 7 Eastern tomorrow from the Garden, right here on ESPN2.
I'll tell you, the one area that UCLA has not been able to attack is transition layups. Michigan's done a great job taking away any transition.
Sims all the way for the transition layup for the Wolverines, who are up by 3.
And Michigan goes, we can run, baby. I'll tell you one thing, good things seem to happen with Sims on the floor.
Yeah.
He's very active. Can't teach many of the skills he possesses. After the score, they rotate into that 1-3-1.
Sims playing right in the middle of it. Running the baseline is Grady. The chant is defense from the Michigan fans, and I think maybe the neutral fans are starting to side with the underdog now.
Trying to take away passing lanes. See what they do with that 1-3-1. See right there, took away a passing lane. Give it back. Give it back. I tried to get Showtime. Drop the little bounce pass.
Boy, that's the
bounce pass.
Second good opportunity that Michigan has not capitalized on. And now a foul at the other end will go against the Wolverines. They got to capitalize when they got those chances.
You got to drop the little bounce pass. Mr. Lavin knows that. He's in the studio. Drop the bounce pass. You know, it's really amazing. Look at this. They try to take away passing lanes right here. Step in the passing lane. Cause the deflection. Got to give it back and drop the basket. You know, I mentioned Steve Lavin. People don't realize what a job he did at UCLA, but it was never good enough because he never went to the final game or won the national title. But I believe that he went to like 5 Sweet 16.
Right, yeah.
Incredible.
Collison at the line. In double figures now with 10 points.
He's an outstanding free throw shooter as well. Can really stroke the free throw You know, I was thinking about UCLA. I spoke to a writer yesterday, Diane Pusey out of LA, the Times, and she started to talk to me a little bit about some people are going to say your new book, a little East Coast bias. There's no UCLA players in the top 50.